what we'll get into in more detail with Ed Kratz, is simply this. Is she seizing an opportunity now? Again, I'm not seeing doubt one way or the other. I'm just saying, is she seizing an opportunity to magnify this situation because that jewelry was taken? Do we know if there was other stuff other than that jewelry taken? Was that the only thing taken? We don't know. I haven't seen a full police report. So there might have been other things that were taken. If only the things that were taken were the things that LaShawn McCoy was asking to have back, well, you got to think, well, okay, so he paid somebody, paid a hitman or whatever to go in and do this to this woman and steal the jewelry. Well, you got to think, now what happens? Because if LaShawn McCoy ends up with that jewelry, well, duh. So you don't think that's going to happen. So, or any of his associates. So somebody has the jewelry. So what happens if they catch somebody, find the jewelry? He has no association to LaShawn McCoy. He was just a bad guy. He picked a house. He robbed it. Maybe he cased it somehow. Maybe he knew she had some jewelry. I don't know. There's that line of thought. There's also the line of thought that says, well, like we talked about a while ago, that she staged it and paid someone herself to do this. Again, where does this jewelry turn up at? We don't know. I mean, we don't know. They'll track it down somehow, some way, you would think. And according to the 911 call, there's cameras at the house, the neighboring houses. So police are going to be able to look at this video footage and begin to establish a suspect and begin to, they're doing their investigation. They're doing their due diligence. But on the flip side, on the other scenario, is exactly what she said happened. That she believes LaShawn McCoy paid somebody after he had made the comments about that. If he did make those comments, it does not look good on him. Now, he, again, in all fairness to LaShawn McCoy, he is innocent until proven guilty, and no charges have been brought against him. But if that is the case, and if that is the scenario, it does not look good for him. So we'll get into that in more detail here in a few moments with Ed Kratz, who joins us. But I just kind of wanted to lay that out there for you, kind of lay that foundation for you in case you haven't had the opportunity to hear that story and how it came out. So one of the things we'll be talking with Ed about is, now what do the Buffalo Bills do? Do they bring him into camp? Do they business as usual until there's charges? What does the NFL do? If there is charges and he's found guilty, does he ever play in the NFL again? So there's a lot of things to sort out. So we'll do that. Shifting gears. Let's talk a little NBA, if you will, for just a moment. I know we're in the middle of our NASCAR racing segment, guys. I haven't forgotten. That Steve Wilson of Speedway Digest typically joins us, our official NASCAR contributor. In Matthew Embry also, he's otherwise engaged. He's doing a remote at Notre Dame, I believe, today. So our normal panel of experts, if you will, were not able to join us. So I kind of didn't have a lot for the NASCAR segment today. I certainly appreciate Tyson-Lautenschlager joining us and talking about the Toronto race, the Honda Indy race up there in Toronto. I want to talk a little bit about NBA. I'll kind of talk a little bit with Mo about this, and certainly we'll get into the All-Stars, the All-Star break with the MLB. And maybe we'll talk a little Tour de France or World Cup at the end of the show. But did you guys see this? Of course, you're in L.A. TMZ is everywhere, okay? So you have LeBron James. Now, this is going to sound like a setup for a joke, but it's not. You have LeBron James, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Robert De Niro. I believe it's Robert De Niro. But there's another third big star there. another big star there at dinner, okay? So obviously the paparazzi's going to be following LeBron James around, all of these people around. They go to dinner, okay? They have dinner. We don't know what we don't know what it's talking about. But let's kind of look into this. We got the working theory. Oh, LeBron James is building a super team out there in L.A. He's going after a championship going to the Lakers. Well, not so fast, Cowboys. And that reminds me of another story. Let me get to that here in a moment. Squirrel. But oh man, that story is something else. But so let's make no bones about it. Now, we don't know when, a few years maybe, but we know for a fact that LeBron James did not go to L.A. to play for the Lakers to get a championship. That might be the story that's told. That might be the lip service that's being given. But make no bones about it. LeBron James wants to be a big Hollywood actor. And that's why he's in L.A. And that's why he's having dinner with Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro. I believe it was Robert De Niro. So, yeah, thoughts on that. I just, so anyway, we're going to be joined here in just a few moments here, in about 10 minutes or so, from Ed Kratz, beat writer of the Philadelphia Eagles and official NFL contributor, going to join us and talk with us a little bit about this LaShawn McCoy story for a few minutes. So let's get into NASCAR. NASCAR race down in Speedway. That is a fast track. So, we'll get into qualifying and stuff. I was trying to pull up my notes real quick. We're talking about Jimmy Johnson. He seems to be in a slump. Jimmy Johnson appears that he's just, something's not there. I mean, is he get to the point where he's going to be retiring? Where will Jimmy Johnson win? I mean, where? Will it be Kentucky? I mean, spin the wheel, if you will. Of course, tonight's race is at 7:30 Eastern Time, 4:30 Pacific Time, out at the Kentucky Motor Speedway. So, where will he win? Where will he win? So I was just trying to go through my notes here. I was looking for a story from Speedway Digest, and check them out, guys, because they are our official NASCAR contributor. Well, I lost it, so I'll have to find it and then go back to that. But I wanted to talk with you a little bit about Jimmy Johnson and the wins. And so I do apologize that we're kind of lacking on the content, if you will, for NASCAR. That's not the norm for us. As you know, you expect and demand the best in broadcast here on the balance, and we do our damnedest to do it for you every single week. But hey, I dropped the ball this week. A lot going on, and I didn't do my appropriate NASCAR show prep. Shame, shame, shame. I did not live up to the professional expectations that you have grown to love and know and expect and demand from this show. I promise you we will get everything back online. Going back to my squirrel moment earlier with the Cowboys. So University of Wyoming, clearly an understanding of why they call their mascot the Cowboys, okay? They come up with a recruitment video, a commercial, or some ad that said, really basically at the end of the thing of how great of a school the University of Wyoming is, well, they kind of ended it with a tagline that said, "We need more Cowboys." I get it. It's a recruitment video, for God's sake. Their mascot is the Cowboys. Okay. Is there a problem with that? Oh, yeah. 2018 society that we're in, oh my God, the social media uproar with this, did I just say, oh my God, is insane. So there's a group of people out there that said, oh, that's insensitive to Native Americans. That's insensitive to women. That's insensitive to people of color. That's insensitive to gender neutral. Kidding me? Are you kidding me? Can we please stop losing our marbles about every little thing that happens in this world? Can we please stop getting, I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, but can we please stop being pussy willows? Can we please stop getting our panties in a bunch about the smallest thing? I am sick and tired, and you got to be tired of this. Of course, the University of Wyoming, trying to be politically correct and safe, so we'll review the content, but we believe Cowboys represents a whole group of people, and Cowboys has a huge historical significance in our state's history and our country's past, which it does. And let's why we're offending people. The reason they called them Cowboys, because for the most part, the people herding the cows, which is why they were called Cowboys. Let's not overthink this. Let's not reinvent the wheel here. We're boys. We're men. They had penises. Oh my God. People, let's just relax. Some things, it's okay just to let go. And, you know, so should we say, oh, well, Florida State Seminoles, you should change your mascot because it's insensitive to white men. It's insensitive to women. It's insensitive to anybody who's non-Native American. It's just sometimes gets to the point where you've just got to say, hey, America, enough is enough. I know I'm getting on one of my soapbox tirades, if you will, but I am just had it up to here. And that's above my head because you're on radio and you can't see where my hand is right now. 917-889-8516 if you want to chime in on anything. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Hopefully we'll be on board with Ed Kratz, beat writer for the Philadelphia Eagles, and our official NFL contributor. We're going to be getting into more deep dive conversation here about one LaShawn McCoy. My name is Tom-Marquis, El Presidente. We'll be right back.
Tonight, I just want to take you away. Blow your hands up in the time. Let's set this party alright. Players, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 carats magic in the air. Hit the toe so clear. Look out!
The Air National Guard is a reserve component of the United States Air Force and serves alongside active duty Air Force members in times of a national crisis. In addition, the Air Guard serves the state and local community in a wide range of capacities. The reason people join the Air Guard is as diverse as our members and includes such reasons as a deep desire to serve their country, money for college, travel, new job skills, and the pride that goes along with belonging to the greatest military organization in the world. I joined because I felt a calling to serve my country, but I didn't want to be far away from my family, so the Indiana Air National Guard was a perfect fit for me. With over 95 different career opportunities to choose from and 100% paid college tuition to any state-funded college, why not give us a call? Call 1-800-841-3103 or visit online at goang.com to